Sometimes I wonder if our overseas partners can even understand what you're saying." The billionaire said it in front of everyone. Then he laughed, and the room laughed with him. Jasmine stood there holding a coffee tray, trying not to show how much it hurt. 6 years. She had worked in that company for 6 years. 6 years of early mornings. 6 years of long shifts. 6 years of being invisible. But to the billionaire, she was just the black maid with the country accent. Nothing more. The meeting continued inside a luxury conference room overlooking Atlanta. Investors filled the table. Executives reviewed documents worth millions. International guests listened carefully. Meanwhile, Jasmine quietly collected empty cups and tried to forget the humiliation. She had learned long ago that defending herself rarely changed anything. People saw her uniform before they saw her. They heard her accent before they heard her thoughts. And nobody cared enough to ask who she really was. What nobody knew was that Jasmine spent years studying languages. What nobody knew was that she once dreamed of a completely different life. What nobody knew was hidden inside the small notebook she carried every day. Then something happened. A translator began reading an international contract. Everyone nodded. Everything sounded perfect. The billionaire smiled. The investors looked excited. The deal was almost done. But Jasmine felt a knot form in her stomach. She listened again. Then again. Something was wrong. Not a typo. Not a missing word. Something much bigger. A meaning. A misunderstanding. A mistake nobody else seemed to hear. She looked around the room. Lawyers were there. Consultants were there. Professional translators were there. Who would listen to her? Who would believe her? She told herself to stay quiet. Stay invisible. Keep your job. But the more she listened, the more certain she became. Then the translator repeated the same phrase one last time. And Jasmine knew, if nobody stopped this meeting, something very expensive was about to happen. She took a deep breath, stepped toward the table, and opened her mouth. What happened next left an entire room speechless. Watch the full story before you judge Jasmine like they did.